Welcome back. This is Entertainment Review live on Metro Television. And before we went on the break, and Anaya introduced that I would be bringing you the discussion for today. The topic for discussion is about urban gospel music in Ghana. Have Ghanaians really accepted it? But you know, first of all, the first question that comes in my mind is, do Ghanaians really know what urban gospel music is? Do Ghanaians know? So we have amazing three gentlemen in the house, amazing gospel artists in the house. But before that, before we go ahead into doing the introduction, one of them, first of all, this is the second time he's been here, Perez Music.
Yeah.
You're welcome once again.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and so on behalf of the entire team of Entertainment Review, we extend our deepest condolences to you on the passing of your mom. Yes.
Thank you, that's fine.
Yes. I hope everything is okay, everything is fine.
Everything is okay. I mean,
right.
A lot of people are depending on me.
Yeah.
And I have to be strong. So.
I mean, with everything that has happened, and then you are here, you know, gracing us with your presence to be on this interview regardless and all that. And earlier you mentioned that you were even as rehearsal, meaning things are still moving for you.
Yeah. We still, because unfortunately it happened at a time when I was actually preparing for my upcoming concert.
Okay.
And plans were far advanced. I couldn't do anything about it.
Right.
And I know definitely that if she was alive, she would also ask me or push me to do it. Like.
Right.
So I want to do it in honor of her.
In honor of her.
I actually wanted to, I knew she was not well, but I wanted to do it before, if anything would happen, it will happen. But unfortunately, I mean, man proposes, God disposes. So
right.
I just have to flow with the tides. And forgive me, like we've been rehearsing back to back, so I lost my voice.
Your voice. It sounds fine. So.
Thank you.
Okay, so yes, that's Perez.
Hey, Harriet, why
music.
did you roll your eyes like that?
I didn't roll my eyes.
Hey, Perez, best friend.
Okay, so yes, and moving on to our two other guests. Earlier I mentioned that we have three amazing gospel artists. So with the next guest, Google describes him as an urban gospel musician. You know, he is Belak 360. Is it 360? Have I got the pronunciation right?
Absolutely right.
Belak 360.
Yes, Belak
Welcome.
360. Thank you so much.
This is
Thank you.
Entertainment Review. Your first time?
Yes.
Metro TV. This is your first time?
Second.
Okay,
Second, yes,
right.
Yes.
Welcome once again.
Thank you so much.
And I hope you're fine.
I'm fine. I'm
Great.
fine.
Okay, and our last guest goes by the name God's Nation.
Yeah.
Hi, God's Nation.
I'm doing good yourself.
I'm great. Okay, so we're going to delve right into the conversation for today, which is, have Ghanaians really accepted urban gospel music? Perez Music, the last time you were here, you mentioned that you are not an urban gospel musician because Nanaya, you know, introduced you as that, but you said you're not. You are a gospel musician. Yes. You're a gospel musician. But then when you go on Google, okay, when you're trying to find what the definition of urban gospel music is, you find that there's urban gospel music or contemporary music. And then it sort of like brings a confusion because there are some gospel artists who are doing urban gospel and some who are doing contemporary gospel. So the question here is there a difference between urban gospel and contemporary, or they are the same? Let me start with you, Belak 360.
Yeah, I think there's a line between them, but it's almost like unseen. There's a very thin line between them. Now, if we take the likes of the late Danny Nete,
right, and
we take Ma Music, he's one of the fathers of the contemporary music, and I'm an urban gospel music. I could switch what he does into my urban music. Recently, I did something with Joe Metals Kadosh, and I think it's contemporary, but I switched it, and it's that easy. So I find them as like siblings. It's not too different. They are like subgenres of the gospel. The gospel is big, and they are under. You have traditional gospel music, you have contemporary, you have urban, where you have the rap and all of that. And the contemporary, I don't find a big difference. I think it's just, how can I put this? When you listen to the sounds, you can tell this is contemporary and this is urban. You can find that out with the beats and then the kind of styles that you find in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. God's Nation.
Okay, so I think he said it all. Yeah, because it's just a thin line between the two. You understand? With the contemporary music, it's more like it has a lot of tradition in it, like traditional music, black traditional music culture in
Yeah.
it. But then with the urban gospel, has more of the modern sound, like the hip hop, or the Afro beats and all that is fused into it. So that is what I can say.
Okay. Perez Music. I'm coming back to you with a statement you made the last time that you came here, stated emphatically that you are not an urban gospel musician. You are a gospel artist.
Yeah.
So, what would you term the style of music that you do when it comes
That
to
I do?
Yes.
I think for me, for now, I will put my music, my gospel music, into more of a contemporary type of gospel music. And you see, for me, the problem we have, or the problem I believe we are creating now, is the categorization. I don't think we need to toe that line.
Right.
Because even the Ghanaian audience themselves, I don't think for them, gospel is gospel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they ever have to categorize it, they'll tell you that old school and new school. Do you understand? So, and I also believe that when I started off, most of my songs that I was doing was more of like Afrobeat, and it had that Afrobeat genre, like a feel to it. So probably that's why people will easily categorize me as an urban gospel artist. But I don't think we need a categorization now.
In gospel.
In gospel, for us, I don't think we need, because MOG, for instance, we can say is a contemporary artist, but he has songs that are actually hip hop.
Yeah.
Do you understand? He has songs that are hip hop.
Yeah, Afro beats as well.
And even if you go out, we have Ty Tribbett, one of my favorite guys.
Yeah.
He has his songs are. I can even tell you that Ty Tribbett is more of like, if we are using the Ghanaian, he's more urban than contemporary.
Yeah.
But you can't really put him in that category. And in Ghana, they're not ready for that. They're not ready. Ghanaians are not ready for the kind of urban gospel that they're talking about. And one of the signs that shows that is usually when they are having events, and they say urban gospel events, sometimes the traction or the turn up
is low.
Is very low. Because
the understanding is not there.
Unless the only person that in recent times has done something that I was really impressed was Kobe Sam. Kobe Sam had an event and it was packed out, But the reason why I believe it worked for Kobe Sam, if you listen to Kobe Sam's album, you could realize that there was a lot of diversity on the album. And then he featured a lot of these recent acts. I don't know if I'm answering your question, but I think it's a work in progress. I don't think Ghanaians have accepted the whole urban gospel vibe yet. That's why for me, I say that I am a gospel musician, because it depends on how I get my inspiration and how I want to express myself at any point of time in my career. But if you box me in as an urban gospel musician, it means that my creativity is boxed
limited.
within that sect. And I believe that I have much more in me than just being tagged as just one category.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah.
But
Tomorrow I can wake up and I decide to do Agbaja.
reggae, Agbaja.
Or do Afrobeats, or it depends on like the album I'm working on. When I finish, there's a lot of diversity on it.
Right. But do you believe that, Balak, I want to come to you. Do you believe that Ghanaians really understand what urban gospel music is? Do you believe we know?
I think so. So here's what, let me add to what my big brother said. He's a musician, I'm a musician. I have songs that are like reggae dancehall. I have contemporary music, you get it. Once you're an artist, you are free to create. Now, the difference between what you jam to in the nightclub and what we call urban gospel music is just that one artist has set himself aside and said, this is what I am going to do. I'm going to use my talent to serve the Lord. However it is, it's Christian music. Because the same beat I use for my urban gospel music, I can give the same beat to a hip-hop rapper, and it's going to be dang. The same beat Sarkodie would use, you can give it to me, and I will kill it for you the same. Because we all like Adonai. you know, and people think it's gospel, like, you know, EL, he has songs that are like, it's praising God, and so it means everybody can create, everybody can make this kind of music, but there are certain people who have like put themselves aside and said, this is what I want to do. I am not rapping or singing about anything else but the kingdom. So this is in the church, and music in the church has evolved, you know, from the days of Esther Smith, and now people are rapping in church. So the conversation is the church embracing it that much? Because people know the sound. When a beat starts to play in church, see how the youth respond. Everybody is like, oh, who's coming? Yeah. And when you start rapping, everybody's like, hey, but it's picking up. I feel like the people know the sound. It's just that the idea of a Christian rap on this kind of beat is what people are still, it's warming up in there and gradually is growing. Because if we look at urban gospel Ghana, from preachers, Esaias, Lil Zig, it's grown. Now there's me, I'm here. Last time I came to Metro TV, I was under mentorship. Today I'm having an interview. Tomorrow I'll bring somebody here. And so it's growing. And Perez music, when I listened to your song, I hadn't recorded one. And I saw people dancing in his videos, and the project he's done has opened doors for us. So gradually we're getting there. Gradually, MOG featured me on a song. He gave me 2 features. So it's expanding. And Ghanaians know this. So we just need time, maybe just time. It will break through.
But do you believe, MOG is a contemporary gospel artist, but he has done a song that is urban, that sounds urban gospel, but you term yourself as an urban gospel musician. Would you say that, with everything that you're saying right now, would you agree that you wouldn't want to be boxed either, but you would want to be available to be doing other genres within gospel?
Can I ask you a question? Remember when Sarkoye did a reggae song and he put the rap with Samini? Did you enjoy it?
It was so dope.
That's just what it is. So MOG is a contemporary act, but he could jump on a hip-hop beat any day and it's dang. The same way, I am a hip-hop artist, I love Afrobeat, but I can also do what they do. And when I step in there once, I create. I step in a reggae genre, I create. But I say I am a hip-hop artist, and so I am an urban gospel artist. Because there are people who can't sing like they do, but they have gifts. You have other gifts they can operate. And there are so many branches, you are free to operate, you can create, you can bless people. Somebody will hear Jesus through a rap, not through singing. And so we are all here to serve. So I think that it's easy. Everybody gets it. We know it. It's not
For
so new.
me, my problem is we're trying to do the whole categorization. I was so excited when you answered the question that there's no need for categorization. But then coming to you made mention about the Sarkoye and Samini collaboration. They are in the same field. They are secular artists. They're in the same field, and so they can intertwine anytime they want. When an urban gospel song is played, the problem is it with the beat or the rap? Because people term gospel as being spiritual worshippers, selling the words. So if someone jams on a rap or a beat that is outside what is seen as worship, people feel they are not really spiritual. The Holy Spirit is not on them. That is why some Ghanaians don't really want to accept the whole urban gospel. So I want to find, is the problem the gospel, the beat or the rap that is on it?
No, that is not the problem.
Okay.
The problem is the message.
The message.
When you look, when you listen to, like, let's say 10 urban gospel songs, you can't really relate to it, to be honest.
Yeah.
You can't really relate to it. You get it. But when you listen to a song like Maja, Perez music, you are able to relate to it because of the message in the song. Most of us are trying to please the people, so we tend to dilute the message.
So the word is please.
Please
you are
the
selling
people.
what will make the people love the song.
Love the
so
song.
You can put it into any sort of any sort of genre, any sort of vibe.
Yeah.
That is why the urban gospel is coming out.
Yeah. Okay. So we are more into like, okay, what will sell? What do people go vibe to?
Okay.
You're not looking at the content. You understand? You see, I can give you a bottle, and then a bottle of water, branded bottle of water. You take in the bottle looks good, but then the water tastes bitter.
Yeah.
Will you go in for that same branded bottle?
No.
You won't. That is what is happening. You get it? We want to be out there. We want to be accepted by the people.
Okay.
So we are not taking time to create good sound. That is one problem with the urban gospel music.
But I don't agree.
That was going to be my next
I also
point.
don't agree.
I don't agree entirely.
I want him to finish.
Be
Let's
honest,
let
it
him
is the
finish.
sound.
Okay.
I've been listening
Thank
to
you.
Perez music. When he started doing music, I was in the world chilling. You understand? I've been listening to his music. He can say the truth. When he was doing what he was doing, plus what he's doing now, he has gained more influence.
Yeah.
Now, you get it? It is about the message.
Yeah.
I say play 10 like urban gospel songs. It's just for the youth them. But you see, you can't make an impact if you want to think like these people.
Yeah.
You have to be ahead of the generation
Thank you.
in order to make impact.
Okay.
So the problem is the message that we are putting out.
So it's a message you are putting out, forgetting that those who are also in the churches, if you say you are looking at the next generation that is coming, you are forgetting our mothers and fathers who are also vibing to the traditional sounds.
I understand your point,
Yeah.
but we can't serve everybody. That's why they are like everybody in their market.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I agree with what he's saying 100%. But Harriet wanted to say something. I want to hear what she has to say.
I really do not agree with
Same
he's
for
saying
me.
that we want to please the people.
the people.
You
That
know,
is the
you mentioned that you were once in the
I
world.
said
Wait,
want to please the people
Wait.
with the message.
message.
in the
Or
song.
you wanted to
So-
use, you want to draw the people closer.
You see,
I-
let me-
That
let
is-
me-
if
If
No, I
you
don't
put
think
it that
you-
way,
Yeah,
fine.
if you put it that
Because
way,
you know
yeah.
what?
Yeah,
You
understand
mentioned
what
that you
I'm
were once
saying.
in the world.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
the world enjoys the hip hop, the rap, and
Okay, so
all
let me-
that.
let me make it
Wait,
clear.
Let me finish.
No, I-
The
I-
world
I-
enjoys the hip hop, the rap, and all that. And then you come to Christianity. You're finding it difficult to jump to the slow.
True.
And all
get me.
that.
It's not
And then you
wrong.
get to
you're
listen
getting
to.
it wrong.
You're not
Okay.
getting- I'm not talking about the beat.
Okay.
I'm talking about the beat.
We're
So
talking about the words.
the words
Big boss.
in
But you see, the
Yes,
words
you
are
get
sounding
to listen to urban
let's-
music.
okay.
Look,
Let
listen
me-
to this song by Gratitude, Rabba Babae.
Wait,
There's
I'm
so
coming.
much rapping there, but
Exactly.
they're praying, they're speaking in tongues, and it moves you.
Exactly. So what he's saying, before he started saying, making the statement, he said, if you listen to 10 urban gospel music right now, you will not relate to it.
I will relate to it.
Because you are selective. You know the type of urban gospel you listen to. I can tell you, you listen to King's Kid, you listen
I
to
don't even
Preachers,
listen to King's
you listen
Kid.
to
I listen
Preachers,
to Lecrae.
you listen
Andy
to
Million.
you see the names you are mentioning there. The names you are mentioning is attached to quality.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
when
so
you come down-
indirectly,
when you come
we are not
down to
making
the-
quality
When
urban
it comes to
music
the-
in Ghana
when you come
here.
down to the urban gospel music we are doing now, like I can tell you, and I know most of them are going to fight with me, but
They will.
like 90% of the kind of music they do is cheap music. Because most of them don't like to, let me tell you, most of the urban gospel artists that I know, most of them don't want to invest into their music.
Maybe they don't have.
Can I
listen,
speak for my
no,
voice?
let me finish.
Okay.
No, they're my boys too. You should
I
know.
understand.
They're my
I
boys. Like they're
understand.
my family, and
Yeah.
I know.
I
See,
understand
Those
you.
times, Fifi forcing. You see me. I always say that. Listen, my plan is that if I'm doing something for God, it has to be the best, or I won't do it at all. Do you understand? If I want to record, if I go to the studio and I want to record, I knew that I didn't have money to go and pay 3,000, 4,000 CDs per song. So what did I do? I learned mixing and mastering myself.
Okay.
So when I record my song, I mix and master. And sometimes I tell them, if you need help, let me know. I can help you mix your song. You understand? If you play my song and you take Sarkodie's song or anybody, secular person in the world song, it should be able to match up. It shouldn't drop. It should be able to match up.
Yeah.
That should be the mind. If we are doing it for God, it has to be the best. You see, we have to do it so well that they would want to copy us
Yeah.
and we would not have. It has to be the other way around.
That's it.
I listen to some of the urban gospel songs that they do, and he says something about the message. Listen, you take 10 of them, and they are all saying the same thing. They are all saying the same thing as this. And sometimes when they start the lyrics, I can continue the rest of the lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you understand? If we want to do it, I always say that, listen, for us, we are not like the secular people. We are how do I say it? We are messengers.
Yeah.
We work for someone. We don't work for
Yeah.
ourselves.
Good.
You understand? So you constantly need to be connected to the source.
that.
Yeah.
It's not about how you dress. It's not about the song how you rap. It's not about the kind of beat you use for your song. It's how connected you are with your source. Listen, you can do a rap music, and somebody will hear it and they'll be shook, like
And
they'll
still be
shaking.
connected to the
And
source.
they'll be you see the song you're talking about?
Yes,
I Want You
gratitude.
Rapper?
Yeah.
That song, when you listen, it gives you chills.
Yeah.
Because you can realize that the song is innovative, it's different, and it is coming from a source. Even God has given me victory.
Yeah.
It's more like an urban gospel, Afrobeat kind of music. But it's so powerful. We sing it in church and it carries something. You understand? We don't do music. Most of the urban gospel boys, I mean, I like to encourage them. But listen, if you want to do it, it's not just about going to the studio to record. It's about praying. Because that is our source.
Or just trying to sound hip.
Or just trying to sound hip or trying to look hip. It's not just about, it goes beyond that.
Yeah.
For us, you need to be heavy. I'm not saying nobody is perfect, but you have to be heavy. You need to be heavy. You need to feed on the word constantly, you know. You need to be praying. Even if you struggle to pray, always make sure that your mind is set on the things of God. Because God says, I'll keep in perfect peace those whose mind are set on me. Set your mind on the right thing. It's not about going to the studio and playing buchek and then just saying medawase. No, it has to be
You're
heavy.
saying that the urban
Can I
gospel artists
clarify,
are not connected
please?
to the source, like the
I'm
ones
not
you
saying,
know.
I'm not saying they. Oh no. I
to.
mean, I mentioned names. I mean, there's Esaias, there's Regardless, there's there's King's Gate, there's Preachers, there's Belak. I mean, those who are doing it are doing it. But I know where he's coming from. You go on some of the urban gospel websites to listen to urban gospel songs, and you can't even stay there for 30 minutes.
Balak.
Good. I respectfully, I beg to differ. I'm a producer, music producer as well. Big shouts to Vibe Out Studios. That's my studio. Now, I think this question is in two sides: the ministry and the industry.
Yeah.
If we go to GhanaMusic.com or something, we'll find chaff, a lot of chaff. Same for us. It's a growing genre. It's a concern I always tell my people anytime they come to the studio. It's quality. It's better to put your one CDs together and do one good song than to be doing trash. That's the industry side. Now, the ministry side is what we do is spiritual. That's why it's not everybody who can just get in there. There are so many urban gospel artists, but you can name some that have they have stood the test of time. Like he was saying, prayer. I was saying on an interview some time back that I was being mentored by preachers, and it was that crazy. Friday, my boss, Obed Syke, is like, Belak, are you free? I'm like, yes. I think we are going to eat kebab. He's like, meet me here. I sit in the car. Before I realized we are at Nkoko, we are climbing mountains with artists. We're going to pray. And I learned how to pray by force. They put it in me. So I want to say on this platform, if I have a platform like this and the whole world is listening, there are good urban gospel artists out there, and they are forcing. It's not an easy journey. A lot of them haven't had mentorship. They haven't, unlike me, somebody brought me up. But people found their way through making mistakes and all. And they're still
Learning
coming up.
and unlearning.
Yes, and we talk about Scott Evans, Kobe Psalm, Nectar. There are people who are getting good sounds now. They're shooting good videos. They're promoting on TV. They're trying to go. Yes, there's a lot of them that we hear and we're like, are you just, because they're rapping Jesus on a beat, you want to rap? But those ones, when we meet them, we put them straight and let them know that this is the way to go.
But most of them don't listen.
Yeah, it's time. Like, there are some people where it's time.
Yeah.
Gradually, people don't understand what we do. And some people think that what we do isn't spiritual because I'm wearing shades and all of that.
You don't even have to have tattoos and dreads and all that. No.
I came here and I was standing at the back and I was praying in tongues because I'm telling the Holy Spirit that put in my mouth the words that people need to hear. And I won't come and sit here and just speak rap. If you want me to freestyle, I could go for it. But also, if you want me to speak the word, I know the word because my ministry is not recording in the studio alone. It's to preach to the lost souls.
Thank you.
And so there are some people who haven't perfected the art of the music yet, but the zeal to do it alone is a fire lit by the Holy Spirit. So time will get there.
So before you give us a freestyle, you see, people say that music connects spiritually. I want you to use this platform for people who see urban gospel artists as like swaggy guys. How how can urban gospel music affect people spiritually? That I can say my old woman will an old woman will pick the song and say that I'm going to jam on this song and then speak in tongues and things. Because our older women think that only the
That's the
and
spiritual
only
one.
the songs that they can use to worship God in common. How can they understand that urban gospel can also affect them spiritually?
3 years ago, I started a high school tour. I've done 3 years. Every year, I did 7 schools. Now, the issues that they face in the high schools are different from the issues they face in university. When I go there, the stories I hear, you will be shocked. And they relate to me because I'm young.
Yeah.
Because I say, Charlie, what they go on? Charlie, I jump whoa, I go do something plus some girl come. They can't say that to their parents. And they speak to us. And we won't meet each and every one of them. But when I have the chance to put my lyrics together, when I research the Bible, the scriptures, and I put them together, the Holy Spirit uses what I have put together to speak to somebody.
Right.
Sometimes you are in a bus, you are going home. The day was so bad. You just play an R&B song and you are lifted up. That's even an R&B song.
Yeah.
Talk of the gospel music.
With the power of the word.
Yeah. Okay.
And the work is not done by us.
By
It's
you.
done by the
Of
Holy
course.
Spirit.
Yeah.
We avail ourselves
Yeah.
and He does the work. So the thing is, the vessel needs to be sharp. Light the fire. Let the Holy Spirit do the work.
Thank you.
So I think that urban gospel music has impacted a lot of people. When you go on Facebook, I saw Pastor Kevin P.Y. He's an urban gospel artist. He's a pastor. But I saw testimonies. People minister. I used to be with preachers. Preachers will minister. I am crazy for God. And somebody said, my headache is gone. I'm like, 808s are playing and your headache is gone. Like snares are playing. Yeah, the music is loud and it's gone. It just tells us that it's not us. There's a presence. And as we speak right now, He's here.
I can feel
But
it.
then
I
all
can
that's
feel it.
what you are saying. It relates to the younger folks.
So that's,
Yeah.
It relates to the younger
So
folks.
basically, that's what you're saying, That's what I told you
the
initially.
message.
Yeah, we'll do
Can
the
I play an urban
freestyle.
gospel song
Uh-huh.
for my mom to listen to and be like, I'm touched by the message in there?
Okay.
We are targeting the youth.
The
Yeah,
youth.
that is
So the
very
target
important.
is
We
the
have to-
youth. For urban gospel, the
Let
target
me
urban
finish.
gospel.
Let me
Parents,
finish.
I'm
Let me
coming.
finish. Bob, we are targeting the youth. So our message is towards the youth.
The youth,
But with
okay.
that, we cannot conquer the world for Jesus.
True.
We need to conquer the world. We need to look at things from a bigger perspective. Like we need to look at the bigger picture. For people to accept this, we need to conquer the world for
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
So if our message is directly towards the youth and we use catchy phrases, some funny terms in our songs, it is not going to make impact. We are not going to change the world. That is what I'm talking about.
Who's the future?
Okay.
No, this is what I'm talking about.
The new
So if the-
generation.
so
his
I'm going to ask a
comment
question.
is
I'm going
a
to ask
message.
question, yeah.
It's a message.
The message
I'm
in
going to
there.
ask a question. So let's get the youth, about 10 of them, take their phones, and let's check how many urban gospel songs we will see. Let's be real. Let's not beat about the bush. Let's be real. We are not making impact. There are people out there doing a good job. Kwabi Sam, like you mentioned,
Yeah.
they are doing a
But
good
there are
job.
few.
But
There are
that
few.
is the-
You see, that
that
is
is-
why
That's the problem.
that's why I
There
don't
are
come
few.
in
There are few.
See, that is the reason why even the church is not giving us the room.
for the urban gospel.
Because
True,
we listen
because
to the songs
No,
and it's like
it depends on the church.
Exactly.
we are not
Possibly
growing.
believe, yeah.
We are not growing as a people.
Yeah.
You understand?
So is
You
it
listen
the
to the
fault
song and it's
of
just
is it
like-
the fault of the
It
artist
is
or the fault of the
artist.
people?
No.
Is it the fault of
I think he's talking from a personal point of view.
Personal point.
Yeah,
I'm coming. You see, Belak said something. See, I don't know when you started doing urban gospel, when you started doing gospel, but we have come a long way.
Yeah.
I tell you. It's like, right now it's even better.
Yeah.
Right now, it's even better. Like, I mean, some churches have youth events.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
invite,
Christ Embassy
they're able to
has-
invite preachers. They're able to
Yeah.
invite
Lighthouse.
kids. Those times they don't even mind you.
Yeah, because they what did they want at that time?
Because
But
at
what
that-
did they want?
They wanted what they knew,
The
like
traditional
the traditional
gospel
gospel.
songs. Good.
But then they've also come to realize that, you know what, this generation is different.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So for me, like
Okay.
when I check my analytics, the age, the kind of people who listen to my music now, it's not really the youth.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I realized that my target audience has somehow
changed.
changed.
Yeah.
The audience I appeal to
Yeah.
has somehow changed. So I focus on that. I mean, I've come to understand that maybe that's what I'm called to. But for people like Belak and those people, the kind of music they are doing It's for that JSS.
Right.
Yeah.
And they found their calling. And he knows, it's the youth.
See, for me, those times when I used to do those shake it and all those things, like there were not a lot of those songs in the industry. And when I did it, the youth were happy.
Yeah.
I did Shake It, I did Suddenly, I did Mala.
Suddenly,
They were happy. They were
Parents,
everybody.
you have a continuation of.
our older ones at home, our grandmas, our
Most of them
parents,
will not
and all,
relate, so we shouldn't expect them
they
to.
have no business
Yes.
focusing or being worried about how the urban gospel
Exactly.
music is.
You know, we'll continue this conversation next
Before you go,
time.
even if you come into the secular,
Parents, we'll continue this conversation next time
the audience that
because
listen to Kojorinchi and Daddy Luma, most of them don't listen to
Yeah, you don't.
Kwame Eugene.
You can't please everybody.
yes, I mean,
You can't please
we will
everybody.
continue this
Yeah.
conversation next week, and I hope we have the same squad.
They'll come. I mean,
Because
I would love to have them.
I have a different perception about these things. I keep saying I listen to hip hop. So if you put urban gospel on my song, I'm not going to listen to because my mother is thinking that Otia worship song, Mama, it's rather better, a better soprano
why
singer.
not?
But then let's talk about the upcoming.
Oh, why is that? I mean, I was now enjoying
Oh no,
that.
let's no, parents,
we don't have time.
We don't have time. Let's
So
talk
so
about your
we
individual
finished.
projects.
Yeah, we finished.
Individual, our time is limited. Let's talk about the individual project. I know you have it.
I'll be
And you
selfless.
have
Let
some
Belak start.
special tickets.
No,
Okay,
let Belak start.
let's relax. Tell us what you were up to, what you've been doing with your journal and everything.
Okay, so this year I dropped 2 songs this year. This year, I'm sorry to my people who listen to me. I haven't dropped a lot of music, but ending of this month, I'm dropping something for everybody, for the daddies, the mummies, the young people.
Okay.
So expect it at the end of this month.
Okay.
Yeah, the title is Shocker.
Okay. Shocker.
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay, so I just dropped a single title Chosen One on the 7th July.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's out there. You can go check it
Just
out.
go check it out.
So the rest of the time is for me.
No, you have this one.
one
You're coming to listen to a freestyle.
I'm just fooling around. Okay, so next 2 weeks on the 28th of August
Yeah.
at the Victory Bible Church International,
Yeah.
I'm having my first major concert titled Glorified, and I'm inviting everybody to come. I mean, wherever you are on the 28th, I mean, you can't just sit home. Just make sure you find your way there, and we're going to jump. There's MOG, there's Akese Brimpon, there's
Yeah.
Ife Grace,
Yeah.
and I have a brother I'm bringing from Nigeria called Peter.
Okay.
So basically, yeah, one of the main purposes is for me to find a way to connect my face to the music I do, because a lot of people know my music and they don't know the face.
Yeah.
So, and they've not really seen me perform live, so I wanted to come and just, come and let's have a time together. And I understand that times are difficult. People even find it very difficult to pray or even praise.
True.
So I'm creating an avenue for people to come sit
Yeah.
and help. Thirdly, one of the main purposes is also to find a way to raise funds, because I want to help people on the street. I want to
Yeah.
help young people, especially young men. I mean, if I preach the gospel to you and I'll tell you about Christ, and Mekacha will say, "Ebe ye," and then I leave you like that. I want to be the source that God will use, and I want other people to help me. So, I mean, just come support us with your token,
Yeah.
50 cedis token, 80 cedis token, 100
100
cedis
cedis
token.
token.
We'll take it, Charlie.
Yeah.
We'll be happy to see you there.
Yeah.
So,
And the venue is
Victory Bible Church, Awoshi.
okay.
The headquarters,
The
yeah.
headquarters, and there are some hotlines here that
Yeah.
if you could tell us.
You can dial *365*321# *365*321# to purchase a token or to give us a token.
All right.
We'll be happy.
All right. Now the time is all yours. Give us some spiritual urban gospel rap music.
So, before I drop him, I want to say big shouts to my whole team. Big shouts to Obedside Preachers,
Okay.
Manuela Flintstones, Kevin P.Y., Scott Evans, the whole fam. Keep.
One minute. 1 minute.
All right, let's go. So this right here is for the one who's about to give up. Child of God, don't you give up. Remember, you were royal, now you walk in high places. Even when you're down, let the joy of the Lord be the strength of your heart, because that's the way that seemed right. But nah, that's a wrong road. Wrong road, think it twice and do the math, bro. Carry a P. I know it's hard, and talk is cheaper when the ones you trust and ready to buy. Now put your money where your faith is. It's shots in yen, and shots to everybody who invested. I took that leap of faith and blindfolded to the critics. I know they see them. Nyamina Dumen, yeah, we're winning. I'm talking 413. I'm still rapping for the king. Kingdom souls winning 1 million souls. Need I say it again? It's Romans 1:16. Now it's the kingdom of my mind. Now you know why we do this.
Okay, so you to give us something small before we go.
Something small.
Yeah.
So rise and shine, you chosen one. For your light has come, yeah. Arise and shine, yeah. Arise and shine. Push your nothing for my head top. My cat running over. Push your nothing for my head top, for my head top, for my head top. You qualify the chosen. I not qualify you, but you trust me. And I wonder why you trust me, but you trust me, but you trust me. So I rise and shine, you trust the one. For your light
It's a
has
hip hop,
come.
R&B, gospel ish this afternoon. Thanks for having us. Continue. But my name is Anaya Tano watching, and I did this with
Harriet Teddy. In fact, I actually felt the Holy Spirit.
yes, and and Helen also was here with us. I mean, thanks for having us in your homes. Tomorrow we'll be here live and colored.
I have tickets for you guys.
Yes, tickets for us. Yeah, up
Helen,
next
she's
is
my
News
friend, so-
Flash.
I've given you one already.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of our programs. Yeah.
Bye bye.